Guys, I thought I'd put together a little video for you just to go over a few little things. A few people, we're coming into we're in week 3 now. Massive loss in the first week. Things start to drop off a little bit in the second week. So what I thought I'd do is just go over this thing right here. Okay, so I'm probably just going to put that up on the screen next to you so you can see that. But what we basically have is what's called a TDEE, which is your total daily energy expenditure, and it's basically made up of four components. Okay, firstly, up the top is you've got what's called your BMR. Okay, your basal metabolic rate. This is the portion of energy that you will use on a daily basis, for want of a better word, just to keep the lights on. All right. This is if you were to lie in a bed all day and not move, you're going to require about this much energy just like I said, just to keep the lights on. And it's a fair old chunk of what you need. Estimates are around about the 60%. This can vary between person to person, but as a baseline, they tend to think that your basal MRI is around about 60%. Of all the energy that you put into your system, 60% of it will be required just to keep the lights on. Now, this can also be changed up and down depending on how you're going. If you, as I've spoken to a few people, your body doesn't necessarily want to lose weight. It is a defense mechanism that it just does not want to do it. So what your body can do is it can drop that down lower. So if you go onto a massive crash diet and you drop that calories down really, really low, your body's going to compensate for that, and it's things like your base metabolic rate are going to drop. And then on the same token, as you do, once we come out of this at the other end, we're going to start increasing our calories. It's going to start rising back up again to compensate for that. Now, right after that, we have got. Sorry. We have got what is known as a NEAT, okay? Non-exercise activity thermogenesis, okay, or NEAT. What this basically is all the movements that you make on a day-to-day basis without even thinking about, okay? They are things like standing. When you're standing there, muscles are working. Energy is being used to do that. Okay. When you talk, muscles are moving. I'm flapping my hands around. It requires energy to do that. Again, it is variable from person to person, but estimates are showing that it's around about 20-25% of the energy, your total energy expenditure over a day will be used on NEAT, so your non-exercise activity. So if you know someone who always fidgets, who is always moving their hands, right, that is an example of a very high NEAT. If you sit on the lounge all day and Netflix and chill, your NEAT is going to be a lot lower. Okay, and again, it is changeable through your body. If you do go on, your crash diet, you'll find that you don't have that. It's a compensatory measure that your body will do to not lose weight. It will drop that down. So from there, as we move down, we have another section, the TEF. Okay, this is thermic effect of food. All right, now, to put that in another way, it is the energy that your body requires to break down the food that you put into your system. Okay, so energy in, energy out. So if I were to try and light a fire in the woods, I would need to put some energy into that to get the energy out of it. If that makes sense, I strike a match or whatever it might be to light that fire. It's the same thing with your body. So different foods require more energy or less energy to actually be converted into energy. There's a big misconception out there that there's what we call calorie negative foods and stuff like that. There is no such thing. Your body will always get more energy out of a food than it requires to break it down. The foods that require the least energy to break down are our fats. They between 2 to 3% of the energy in the fat is 2 to 3% of the energy in the fat is required to actually release that. So there's a big bang for your buck when you're having fats, and you'll probably notice that when you are tracking calories, just how high nuts are, how many calories there are in nuts. The opposite end of the spectrum is protein and fiber, which require closer to 20 to 30% of the energy you get from them to actually release the energy that's inside them. Okay, now just those 3 sections right there, that can take up between 90 to 100% of your total energy expenditure on a day-to-day basis. So before you do anything else, that's basically all the energy that you're putting in. That is 90 to 100%. A lot of, especially in Gen Pop, people who have no exercise whatsoever, that would be 100% of all the energy that they are using. We do have a section down the bottom, EA, exercise activity. Okay, again, it's a very small percentage of what you actually do. The human body is very good at adapting. So the best way to put it is, the more you train, the more your body gets used to it, and the fitter you get. So you become better at doing all these particular things. So it learns to not use as much calories as it used initially to do that. What I want you to take out of that is not, why am I bothering to do this exercise? Is no. The exercise is what's going to lift everything. It's going to lift our BMR. It's going to lift everything. What I want you to take out of this is just how important the nutrition side of this is for maintaining a healthy lifestyle, dropping body fat, achieving the body of our dreams. You can slug your guts out in here, and I will do that all day. But the reality is, the nutrition is the key to what we are doing. So if you focus on getting those calories right, staying under, give it time, the results will happen. But I just wanted to post up this little video. I know a few people have asked a few questions about, maybe it's slackened off a little bit in week 2, week 3. It's perfectly normal. Your body is adjusting to it. Like I said, it does not want to lose weight. It's our defense mechanism, and it's served us very well for hundreds of thousands of years. But yeah, it doesn't necessarily want to do that. So that'll do. I will leave that with you. Have a lovely day, and I will see you in here as soon as possible.